With the election in sight, both the ruling and opposition parties are appealing for measures to support the Ice Age generation. On the 25th, the government held a cabinet meeting to consider support measures for them, and Prime Minister Ishiba instructed that support be based on 3 pillars: support for improving employment and working conditions, step-by-step support for social participation, and support for the elderly. On the other hand, the opposition parties are also aiming to expand their support and are showing a proactive stance of supporting the Ice Age generation. What kind of measures are each party trying to implement? Also, how have these measures changed compared to past measures? Here's the point. He currently lives with his mother. He has worked for more than 20 companies, including IT and pharmaceutical companies, but most of them were non-regular employment. Source: NTV News NNN, the 25th of April 2025. Fry. Prime Minister: strengthening and enhancing related policies along 3 pillars: support for improving employment and working conditions, gradual support for social participation, and support for elderly people. Source: FNN Prime Online, Fuji Television Network, the 25th of April 2025. Fry. The Constitutional Democratic Party of Japan (CDP) launched a task force on the 25th and put together a policy with 3 pillars: money, home, and time. Source: TV Asahi and the 25th of April 2025. Fry. In order to alleviate anxiety about the future, the Democratic Party for the People has proposed to the government the creation of a minimum guaranteed pension system and the expansion of hiring in companies and public institutions. Source: Sankei Shimbun, Friday, April 25, 2025. Expert comments and opinions. The Ice Age generation is generally explained by the economic downturn following the collapse of the bubble economy, as well as the fact that they are the baby boomer junior generation, which has a large population. However, it is important to note that companies did not stop hiring at that time, but rather increased demand for non-regular workers. Japan's unemployment rate itself is much lower than that of Europe and the United States. When the Ice Age generation was expanding, the government significantly expanded the temporary worker dispatch law while at the same time reducing employment insurance. Temporary worker dispatch and other non-regular, short-term jobs were systematically promoted as a national policy, and employment fluidity was a national policy in both name and reality. The business world quickly recovered its performance by taking advantage of this cheap labor force. In particular, the use of temporary workers in the manufacturing industry contributed greatly to cost reduction, and cheap, high-quality service became established in the service industry. The issues raised in this policy are reskilling and retirement life for people who were once cheap and high-quality labor. Reskilling has been repeatedly called for, but the business world has been hesitant to do anything about it. This is because mobility has become entrenched in the industrial structure. The focus on retirement life this time is a new phenomenon. The issue is no longer about skills, but is shifting to how to survive.